Bashim Yahushua Barakatuh. With all praises. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatuh. Shalom to the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to y'all. So we're going to start at Jeremiah 50, verse 9. Let's go to verse 9. I said verse 10, but let's go to verse 9. Hopefully we'll finish this and we'll go into Jeremiah 51.
Book of Jeremiah 50 and 9. It says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon."
That's America.
An assembly.
Prove that. Come on.
An assembly of great nations.
Right. That's former Soviet reunion coming back together. They are ready to completely take over Ukraine, and other nations will back up Russia. Got China. If they possess missiles now, they're going to use missiles in that time, and NATO nations as well. Go ahead.
An assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall.
So the north country is talking about the uttermost north or northeast, which is America. Which is Russia. Excuse me. Got it?
Yep. And they shall set themselves in array against her.
Against who? Against Babylon the Great, which is America.
From thence she shall be taken.
Destroyed by the missiles. Like I said, Jeremiah, when he received these prophecies, he saw the visions, he saw the destruction take place, but he thought that the Neo-Babylonian kingdom was going to be taken out that way. It wasn't. Isaiah saw the same thing. Another prophet saw the same thing. And so none of these prophets back then, over 2,000 years ago, none of them understood these prophecies, even when the angel explained it to them. Even John didn't understand their prophecies. He didn't know they were talking about America. So we understand it. Come on.
And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man.
The arrows are the modern arrows. So Jeremiah actually saw what he thought was arrows shooting in the sky. What he actually saw was missiles. Come on.
Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
They're guided missiles. They're guided missiles. You have guided missiles that when a target tries to evade the missile follows it. If it goes around a mountain, it'll follow it around the mountain. If it goes up, it'll go up. If it goes down, it goes down. If it tries to evade the missiles in any way, the missiles will follow it. That's Esau's miracle, technology. Come on.
Yeah, once the missile is shot, it doesn't come back.
It doesn't come back. It doesn't come back.
That's it. And Chaldea shall be a spoil.
Chaldea, another word, code for America. Come on.
And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord.
All that shoot missiles on her shall be satisfied. They're going to be happy.
Yep.
They're going to be happy when this place goes down.
Yeah.
And we believe it's going to happen during the lifetime of Nero 47.
11th verse. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage.
Yeah, because you were happy that you taken us down. So now you're going to be taken down. See, if you ICE agents and you people in the military knew the future of what we're going to do to you in the kingdom of heaven, as Balaam saw. He told the king of Moab, Balak, he said, if you knew what was going to do to you, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't say, no, I'm not doing that because they're going to get me. We're going to get you anyway. Everything going to be turned around. Yeah. The Most High put Nero 47 in there for a reason. To speed this thing up. The whole world pretty much hate him and they're expecting something, what is he going to do next? What is he going to do next? He causes war. He causes fucking chaos, man.
He's the last Trump.
He's the last Trump. His name is not Trump for a reason. His name is Trump for a reason.
Last Trump.
He's the last Trump.
He's the last president. Forget about it. America ain't going.
I mean, he can be impeached. drop dead, he can retire, he can do whatever. And this guy, J.D. Vance might be the guy, but as far as it stands, we believe this is the guy.
So so this J.D. Vance, it could be what's his face, Vespasian, or it could be.
He could be,
yeah,
but if he goes that far, that's if something happens with Nero 47 and Vance comes in, then we got to go back. But we know that Vance is really Nero. No, this Trump is Nero.
Because when you go back almost 2,000 years ago, you had Nero, you had Nero Caesar, you had
7 o'clock.
Okay.
Did you find
Vespasian.
anything going on?
I'm
Titus.
talking right now.
So the point I'm making is, we know Nero's here, right? Pastor says that Trump is Nero, and it makes sense. So if Nero is back, Vespasian and Titus got to be back. Those two clowns, they got to be back. So, and when you go back to the history, Nero, I know I read that Nero gave his blessings to Vespasian, and it was Vespasian and then Titus who brought an end to the southern kingdom over there in Israel. Vespasian and Titus brought an end to it. Go back to the history, right?
Okay. Oh, okay. They come down, not coming at all. Okay.
Go ahead. So going back to Jeremiah 50, because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls. That's a metaphor for the riches of the top banking families. Start with them. You always start with the top banking families because they're the ones in rulership, right? The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, Gettys. Yeah. Langolos, Merovingians.
Langolos.
Yeah. Top banking families. The families you Oppenheimers.
Rothschilds.
There you go.
Schiffs, Warburgs.
Warburgs. Families you don't even really hear about.
You don't hear about them because they don't want to be heard about.
They don't want to be heard about. They're behind the scenes.
Super rich. The trillionaires, guys that are worth 50 trillion, 100 trillion.
Yeah.
They want to play behind the scenes.
And by the way, it says, "O ye destroyers of mine heritage." They're the main ones that destroyed the Most High's heritage, which are the Israelites. These top banking families, because they made the most money off our misery. When you go back to slavery, they're the ones who became, like it says there, who grow fat as the heifer and bellow as bulls, right? That's a metaphor for all that riches that they made, all that money that they made off our slavery, slave ships and all of that. They're still benefiting to this day off that stuff. Mm-hmm. All right, so it says, your mother shall be sore confounded.
Well, that's English.
She that bare you shall be ashamed. As a matter of fact, the Rothschild family, they live over there in England. Okay?
London.
Yeah, London and Sherwood Forest and those areas there. Castles there. Windsor Castle. Windsor Castle goes back to the Rothschilds. Right?
And your mother shall be confounded and ashamed of you. And she's going to shoot missiles on you. Because when you do the research, there are only 2 nations. I don't know if there's a third one or a fourth one. There's NATO nations or the EU nations that possess long-range missiles, ICBMs. There's France and Great Britain. Germany don't have missiles yet. Okay? Go ahead.
Your mother shall be so confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed.
Oh, okay. You don't need.
No, give it to him.
No, go ahead.
Give it. I know, but next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll bring it to you next week. You want one? What is it? It's for. Yeah. Okay.
It's good, man. And it gives you energy.
Okay.
I use it for working out when I work out.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, when I work out, that's what I use it for.
Yeah. No, next week. Next week.
You know I'm
No,
picky, brother.
that's 2.
So,
That's expensive.
Yeah. No, it's
hey, do me a favor. Is the door open?
Yeah.
Put it in.
Okay, I'll put it.
It's it's like $23, but you know it's okay.
I'll
you
give
know?
you the money.
Brother, come on, brother.
It was all good, you know. As much as y'all do for me, so I can't, you know. What I'm gonna
See
do?
what you're trying to get some blessings.
No, you know it's all good. They asked me, he asked me to get him one this week. Then he tell me, no, now give it to him. Give it to the apostle. So I give it to the apostle. I have no problem with that. You know what I mean? But now I know where to get it. I got a Nigerian Whole Food store where they sell in my neighborhood.
They sell all kind of herbs and stuff.
Everything.
All that.
Everything. Nigeria, them and them dudes on point. And they food
Those
is
are
not
Jake. Those are Jake.
yeah. And they're not expensive. And the woman put me on, she was like, you handsome with your great beard. You have a woman? I was like, no. She was like, I just said no. This is she was like, okay, well, you need to get a woman, you need to buy that because that right there is gonna have you lasting all night. I was like, what? And the guy was like, yo. And I
That's all
bought
you
it.
have to do.
I bought it, and then I gave some to a 71-year-old man. He was like, yo, that right there had me like I was like in my 40s.
That's the Punisher.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, shut him up. So, next week, right? You want me to give you one next week?
2, because the ball one.
Okay, 2, okay.
Yeah, 1. I'll give you the money, yep.
Water. All right, Jeremiah 50 and 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land and a desert. And that's the future of
Because I
America.
think I had bought that.
Wilderness, dry land and desert. And you can read about that in Isaiah the 34th chapter. Isaiah the 34th chapter.
I can start. I can make that shit.
America being
Oh,
a
that's
desert.
true.
All I gotta do is get the plan.
Get the leaf. Yep.
From sea to
I'm
shining
making,
sea.
Go ahead, keep speaking.
From sea to shining sea, America's
I got
going to
one
be
more.
what? Desert.
I got one more week before
It says,
I receive my.
Okay.
The big Bible.
and really that's what we should be concentrating on,
So
man.
last week.
America's
Yeah,
future,
yeah.
which is to be a desert.
Really
There ain't no
supposed to be
future.
2
It
weeks,
tells you
but
that
it's
in
supposed to be a month
Micah
to
2 and
use
10.
back.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use it.
Arise and depart.
Let me know if you
Matter of
need
fact,
more of
when
the,
you get
of the
I'm going to
of the
look.
liquor.
I'm going to
Okay.
look.
Yeah.
Micah 2 and 10. You shouldn't have the mindset of even thinking about trying to build something here in America. Because America's done. America's finished. Your mindset should be, I can't wait till this place is destroyed. Micah 2 and 10, it says,
Yeah, and in thinking like that, you gotta, nothing. We know next week this place is not gonna go down. We know next month this place is not gonna go down. We know 2 months from now this place is not gonna go down.
Wait.
Because the major prophecy that got to come to pass, we always talk about, as the elder Menachem says, it's our favorite subject, is the mark of the beast. Because that's the next major. When John was on the scene in Jordan baptizing people, what were they talking about? Oh, that's got to be John. I mean, that's got to be Elijah. So if that is Elijah, then the Messiah is here too, right?
yeah,
Because he's the forerunner. He's the forerunner for the Messiah,
prophecy says.
like the prophecy says.
Yeah. The scriptures say, what is that? Hasten.
Right.
You want to get that?
Yeah.
So our mentality should be, even though we know all what the apostle said, we know this ain't going to happen until a period of time, but our mentality should be,
You
man.
know what that is, hasted, right? 2 Peter 3,
2 Peter, yeah.
Okay.
Our men-
12 verse. You start the 10th verse.
yeah.
And by the way, please hard to cut you off. Peter and Paul, and then they prophesied, man. I was going through the 2 Thessalonians, what is it? That was prophecy right there. The first, maybe the first 10 verses, that was all prophecy. Peter, that was all prophecy. You saw the missiles hit America too.
Oh, check that out. Another one that we might get that next, the captive loose to be exiled, right? We're the captive. We're captives underneath these top banking families. We're their slaves. Do you know they can come and take you or have that goon squad come and take you? And there ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it. What are you going to
They're
do?
doing it now.
What are you going to
They're
do?
doing it now.
Yep.
Sound like Robert De Niro. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. They come, this is reality, man. They can come at 3 in the morning, right?
Yep.
What's this guy, Stephen Miller, small hat, the bald head. He said that, and he slipped. It was on CNN, they would interview him. He said Trump now has plenary authority And then he realized he slipped up when he said that.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna have you look that up.
Okay.
And when he said that, the guy said, "Are you all right?" And he acted like he froze, but you can see him, his eyes moving. He acted like he froze because he said he spilled the beans.
What is
supposed to say?
He wasn't supposed to say that. Because there's a loop. In other words, the U.S. federal forces cannot come into the country and be over the citizens. Can't do law enforcement over citizens. That's in violation of the Posse Comitatus Act.
Right.
But there's a loophole. The loophole is Insurrection Act.
Yeah.
In other words, if the Russians come in or something, the Chinese come in, like that movie. What's the name of that fucking movie?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
The name of the movie.
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, right.
That would be an insurrection. The Insurrection Act would be kicked in
Right.
as of 1807.
Because there's an emergency.
So what he said was, what this guy said was that Trump said there's an enemy and the enemy's within. He didn't notify the enemy. He didn't tell you who the enemy was.
Right.
But he was talking about Jake. He was talking about coming against the American people. He was telling you there's an enemy. And the enemy's in here. Yeah, it's American citizens.
Yeah.
So under the Insurrection Act, they can do what the fuck they want to do, which is martial law. But it's really not martial law, but it is martial law.
Right.
Well, remember the trade.
So look up. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Look up plenary authority.
I got it. Yep.
Go ahead and read.
No. I'll just remind you. Remember the Trading with the Enemy Act?
Trading with the enemy.
17.
Yep.
When FDR he set up what? War Powers Act.
War Powers Act.
That's when the American people became enemy to their own government.
That's right. That's correct.
I remember that from.
Because he said there was an enemy, and he was talking about the American people.
Right.
He said we got to deal with this enemy, and Trump is doing the same thing. He said there's an enemy inside, but they don't have military garments.
I
And then
remember.
what are they showing it? Who are they grabbing up? The tribes.
Yeah. I remember in the movie Wall Street, there was the actor Holbrook. And he said this country is going to hell ever since that bastard FDR got in office.
Yep.
Now they slide that in the movie. Now if you're in the know, you know exactly what that means. FDR was the one who passed the War Powers Act, 1934, and he made so-called Americans, he made them enemies to their own government since 1934. So there you go.
Okay.
See, there was a time we used to be into all that stuff. We knew about the Trading with the Enemy Act, we knew about the War Powers Act. Spirit had us go into that stuff. You know? Go ahead.
All right. This is AI overview. Plenary authority or plenary power is a legal term for power that is full, complete, and wide-ranging over a particular subject with no limitations. It is a rare concept in the U.S. government due to the system of checks and balances.
In other words, he can do whatever he wants. He's got food. That's why he said now the president has plenary authority. Then he acted like, and the dude on CNN, he said, "Is something wrong? You all right?" He said, "Must be a glitch." There wasn't no glitch.
Yeah.
Because he just shut up.
Yeah.
You're like a roach. You see a roach and shit, and the roach freezes.
Yeah, when you turn the light on.
A roach freezes and shit. Which he is a roach. So he spilled his tea, as they say.
Let's not forget about that quote from Michael Maholey, the ex-CIA agent. He said, "We have lusted for the hour when we can get our hands on the Christians." Now who are the Christians? The Christians are you Israelites.
Right.
The true Christians are
The
the
tribes.
Right.
And the top banking families, they know that. As a matter of fact,
Christians is a nationality.
Yeah, it literally
That's
tells
the
you.
top, right.
Yeah.
It literally-
Christianity, Christians is a nationality, not a religion.
Right.
That's right. It literally tells you that in Google, because I looked it up. I asked Google, was Christian a derogatory term? And you know, they brought out the truth. They said, yeah, Christian was a derogatory term. Actually, the term is Christianos,
Right.
Greek. It was a derogatory term that was slapped on these people.
Yeah.
That goes back to Deuteronomy 28. We shall become a byword, a proverb,
Right.
and a
One of the
byword.
bywords is Christianity.
Yeah, Christian.
So you got
Christianos.
these people that hijacked and said they Christian, right?
Yeah, they don't understand. It
Oh,
was
I
in
looked up plantation Christianity, and I thought I came up with it. You know, the chat
really?
tell you, yeah, I did a video on it.
Well, I haven't seen it.
Plantation Christianity. As a matter of fact, look it up.
All right.
Put in plantation Christianity in the chat.
They say,
So what you gonna say?
What
no, I was
is
going to say, what
plantation
year did they
Christianity?
say?
It's back. You see it. You
Yeah.
see it. The way they break it down.
Okay.
They're gonna break it down the same way I've been breaking it down.
It says
Go ahead.
plantation Christianity refers to a form of Christianity that developed among enslaved Africans in the Americas during the transatlantic slave trade.
And let's not forget they had something called the slave Bible, where they took out certain passages.
The passage on, being delivered, the Exodus story and all that. Go ahead, you got it.
It says particularly on plantations in the American South and the Caribbean. It was a version of Christianity that was shaped, distorted, and controlled by slave owners and colonial authorities to serve their economic and social interests.
Keep
Yeah,
reading.
that's why Jake is so hard up for you guys can't teach that so-called white man's going into slavery. The Edomites. That's why they're so hard up for that,
Yeah.
because they still got that slave mentality.
Stockholm syndrome.
That's why you can't talk to them. You can't talk to a
They're
crazy
still in
person.
that comatose state.
Are you gonna go to the crazy house?
Yeah,
Are
right.
you gonna go to Bellevue and a guy that's stock raving mad?
Yeah.
A lunatic,
Yeah.
complete lunatic? You gonna sit down and have a conversation with him? No. These people that teach this Christianity stuff, plantation Christianity, Stockholm syndrome, they're crazy people. Now there's a video that when I used to do my walk with Eustace Mullins, I think he was a guest on Alex Jones, but he guest on some show, and he was going into how he met what's this guy? The guy his mentor,
Ezra Pound.
Ezra Pound, and he said Ezra Pound was in the crazy house. I forget, it was in D.C. and he knew him, and he said because Eustace Mullins wanted to be a writer, he wanted to write fiction. He said no. He said go into the government, go into the conspiracy. So he got him into it, and they became good friends. They hit it off fine, right? So he would go and visit him in a crazy house. So they'd be sitting down talking to each other, and you had crazy person around you muttering stuff and acting crazy.
Okay.
And he said I learned more. He said I learned more in a couple of months in that crazy house than I did in 8 years of college.
Shit.
You know?
That reminds me of the movie.
He said you just had to block them out of your mind. He said they were muttering, they were looking at you crazy.
Reminds me of the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Another movie, 13 Monkeys. 13 Monkeys. They had to deal with this guy in a crazy house, you know?
Oh yeah.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Yeah,
another
yeah, yeah.
one. Because the Gadite, he acted like he was crazy, he couldn't talk.
Right.
Then he talked, you know,
Yeah.
he built up a trust with Dr. R.P. McMurphy.
Right.
McMurphy. And he said, Chief, you can speak, man. You had a
Yeah,
food.
yeah.
And he was the one that he was the one that
Escape.
escaped because RP wanted to lift, if I can lift this thing up, I could get out of here, right? But the Gadite did it because he put him to sleep with the pillow
Yeah, yeah.
because they lobotomized him.
They
Now you know the song that they were playing, a Gadite.
Yeah, please release me.
Right. When you hear this, it's a Gadite version of "Please Release Me, Let Me Go."
Right.
But it's that Gadite, Gadite stuff, man.
Right.
So that was a classic movie.
But like the point you made, when the Gadite looked at R.P. McMurphy, so he was lobotomized, he wasn't trying to have a conversation. He was, like he said, I think he said, he's gone, something like that. Then they put the pillow over him, put him to sleep.
Now what they showed you was, what did that show you? The relationship between R.P. McMurphy and Nurse Ratched. What did that lobotomy scene show you about that relationship? Come on now.
You asking us?
They were playing games with each other. They were playing mind games. It was all about, he wasn't crazy, but he was going to go to jail, but he had to play crazy. And I think Nurse Ratched knew that he wasn't crazy, but they were playing mind games.
Okay.
Because I can go all into that movie. That movie, there's so many levels to that movie. But anyway, the reason why he got lobotomized is because she gave up on the game. She lost the game.
She couldn't break it.
She said, I can't break this guy from the lobotomy. That means you gave up.
Right.
That means you tapped out.
Right. So you took the
That's what
easy
that
route.
means. You
Right.
took the easy route.
Right.
Because you tried to beat him and you couldn't.
Right.
His mind was stronger than her.
His mind was stronger than mine. Her mind, because he wanted to watch the series, the World Series, right? So he said, we're going to watch the World Series. So she said, you can't watch the World Series because you have to have, how many people was in the ward? He said, you have to have a majority to say you can watch it, right? So he's trying to get these crazy motherfuckers to watch it, and some of them was just gone, right?
Yeah.
So she said, I'm sorry, but you didn't reach the majority, so you can't watch it. But this guy, he don't know what the fuck going on there, you know? So she caught sort of won, but how did he win? He acted like he was watching the game. Here he goes on second base. Yeah, he got the crazy's going crazy. You know, crazy's going crazy. But that's a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
That whole movie was about playing mind games, man. And how he beat all of them. He beat all of them, man.
Yeah.
He controlled that whole thing. And like Cool Hand Luke.
Oh,
Cool
yeah,
Hand
another
Luke,
one.
he controlled that whole fucking prison system, man. And that's why the man with no eyes shot him, because he didn't give a shit. He just wanted to shoot himself. But the mind game was with him and what's the actor? What's his name? Starts with an S.
He's a character. Strover Martin.
Strover Martin. Yeah,
He's a character actor.
Yeah. He said, we're going to get your mind right.
Yeah,
Why he
yeah.
say mind?
Yeah.
Because he couldn't defeat him.
Couldn't break it.
He couldn't break him. So they killed him. They lobotomized him, you know? And that's what we are. We are Dr. R.P. McMurphy.
Yeah.
And we are Cool Hand Luke. And Esau's trying to get us to go back to being a Christian. You know?
Yep.
And I was watching, last night I was watching the camp, Dallas, GMS, you know, the elders. Oh, they were cracking me up, boy. Because they be cracking jokes like us, you know, they be scriptures.
Right.
And Elder Roundlot said something, Ariala, he said something. He was talking about do-rags. I don't know if he's getting on the ISUPK or the IUIC, but he made a statement. I started cracking up. He said, yeah, they sell, how do you say? He said they sell pre-grease do-rags. I started cracking up.
That is
man.
funny.
I said, these guys are crazy.
Crazy.
Because they were snapping jokes like us, but they would get the scriptures in there.
Right.
They would snap some jokes, they would laugh. And that's how we teach, you know?
Yeah.
We don't teach like, Alexander Scorpion, you know?
No.
Come on.
You had something?
Yeah, a little more on
Yeah.
a little more on the plantation Christianity.
Right.
It says definition and purpose. Plantation Christianity was essentially a colonized and manipulated form of Christianity.
And to this day, these niggas are still colonized.
Oh, they're under the spell of plantation Christianity.
Yep.
So you got to look at them like the Gadite looked at R.P. McMurphy with that nice incision on his head.
Yep.
He said, this guy's lobotomized.
Yep.
He's gone.
Yep.
So we're not going to wrestle back and forth with you. Come with that Jesus Christ bullshit.
Just
We're
put
not
the
gonna-
spiritual pillow over his head.
Yeah. We're not going to wrestle. It's not going to happen.
Put
We're
on
not-
put on a pre-grease do-rag and a pillow over his head. Put him to sleep for good.
Once you come in Jesus Christ, well, you're already lost.
Yep.
We don't want to have nothing you got to say, man. Jesus Christ. His name is not Jesus Christ. What can you get about that? Anyway.
And you know what's funny? Like the guy what's his name? The actor Dan something. Something.
Yeah.
Whatever. But anyway, the way he said, I'm gonna let this guy know that I'm not crazy. I'm
Dan
playing
George?
crazy.
Chief Dan George?
I believe so. Or could have been the old guy. Chief Dan George, the older guy, and little big man. I think that's it. Well, if you saw the movie, you would know.
Yeah.
But anyway, he said, I'm gonna let this guy know that I'm not bugged out and crazy and I can speak. Because when he took out the bubble gum, he said juicy fruit. He said, what? You can speak? The chief can speak? Because at first he was snapping on him, right? But he played it off, man.
Yeah.
Oh, the part where they were playing basketball and he took the old Italian guy and he put him on it. He said,
Okay.
I'm tired. You remember that song?
I remember that scene, yeah.
Do you know he was in Twilight Zone? Obsolete Man. He was one of the judges
Oh, yeah?
when he was young. He was real.
Okay.
Yeah, you were going into the very first episode of Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
And the actor.
Yeah.
Now I remember him back in the day. He played a movie. He played a movie called. It was starring Anne Francis and Walter Bridgen. It was about outer space, The Forbidden Planet, which came out in the 50s. He was in the movie, right?
Okay.
But that was a bad movie. That movie was way above its time, man. The technology, you know. But when you mentioned the dude, he was in the movie, you know.
Yeah, because Mel Gibson talked about.
Yeah, Mel Gibson was getting down.
No,
man.
he was getting down.
Oh, he was getting down.
Yeah, I had to do a video.
I had to look up how much he was worth. I thought he was worth like $100. This nigga worth $425 million.
Well, his father beat.
Yeah, he was the first champ.
Yeah,
First
his
champ.
father was the first champ.
He's from New York. He's not Australian. You know, he could be a champ.
Yeah, you mentioned about how Hollywood is looking like a scene out of Twilight Zone.
That's it.
It's ironic because the very first Twilight Zone episode dealt with loneliness.
Yeah, wow.
The name of the sketch was "Where Is Everybody?"
Oh, okay. With that military dude?
Yeah.
He was a service dude?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he was in. Well, he was. They had him in an experiment.
Experiment, yeah, he had it, yeah.
He was in this booth, but he thought he was in this town where there was no.
Yeah.
Where there was no people. You know?
And there was another movie that came out with, what's this guy, Jim Carrey, a comedian.
Carrie.
Jim Carrey, a movie called The Truman Show.
Oh, Truman.
Ah,
It was
okay.
an experiment, you know, to see how, and then he started figuring shit out. That wife that he had was a fake wife, which they paralleling it to the situation with Charlie Kirk. All kind of stuff is coming out. by Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, that dude Jeff Berg brings that out a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. Same thing with.
Hey,
Same thing with the movie Dark City.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta see that again.
Oh, yeah, that's a good movie.
Dark City. That's supposed to be Somnopolis.
Yep.
Oh, them people that can't get this knowledge of truth. Guess what? They're denizens of Somnopolis.
Yep.
Somnopolis means city of the sleeping. What the Apostle Paul said, let us not sleep
As others do.
Yeah, that's why you can't go back and forth with a Christian. A black
because they're
Christian.
sleeping.
Yep.
But they don't know. They're crazy. They're bugged out.
Let us not
They
sleep.
believe in a crazy house, getting,
That's
know,
right.
with a straight jacket on,
Yeah.
and getting medication and whatchamacallit, and what do you call it? Applesauce. You notice in the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, they were giving everybody them pills,
Yeah.
and he would play it off.
Yeah.
Do it, you know?
Yep.
Because he said, I ain't taking the motherfucking pills, because they keep you crazy.
Yeah, they keep you crazy.
The longer they keep you in there, the more money that they make. So they want crazy people. They want sick people.
Sick people, crazy people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stupid people.
Yep, stupid.
People
Fat,
that don't think.
fat, dumb, and lazy.
Right? In the school system, they don't teach you to think. They teach you how to think.
Yeah. Good.
All right, this is the definition and purpose. It says, plantation Christianity was essentially a colonized and manipulated form of Christianity. Slaveholders used it to justify slavery, promote obedience, and discourage rebellion among enslaved
Yeah,
Africans.
because they put that Christianity on your ass. If you kill a master, you're gonna burn in hell forever.
Right.
And that's what Nate is doing. Nate is teaching, quickly turned into plantation Christianity, man.
Yeah. That's right. Go ahead.
They emphasize passages like slaves obey your masters, Ephesians chapter 6 verse 5, the idea that suffering on earth would be rewarded in heaven, and submission and loyalty to one's master as a Christian duty.
But guess what? These Christians don't want to go, these white Christians, they don't want to go on to slavery under us.
Right.
Oh, you want to put us in, like vocab, you want to put us in jail. Well, wait a minute. The scriptures say there's nothing wrong with slavery, man.
Right.
Abraham had slaves, and the Most High didn't get mad at him for having that.
That's right. Yeah, if we're royal people, Deuteronomy 7:6 says we're royal people, right? So if we're royal people have subjects. Royal people have slaves.
Royal people don't cook their own food.
Yeah. They don't do menial tasks.
They don't drive, they got a chauffeur.
Because
They
it's
don't clean the house. They don't do
Right.
nothing. The servants do everything, man.
they're above the menial task because it's, it's for the low people. Go ahead.
Meanwhile, they
Prove
suppressed.
one thing. that these super elite are not that bright and they're not prolific because they got everything handed to them, man.
Yeah.
Now in the movie, I'll let you get back. The movie, how many of y'all saw that movie, The Emperor, The Last Emperor? You ever see that movie? A long time ago? You don't remember too much of it? It's a good movie. It's 3 hours long. You never saw it?
You always talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But in the
I see.
movie, that's a great movie because they showed this guy, Peter O'Toole was in it. When he got to a certain age, the guy from educator from England to train him
Right,
how
right.
to be a man.
To tutor him.
And they showed tutor him, and that's go to Galatians. Somebody give me Galatians 4:1. That's what happened. So this guy was tutored in everything, even how to deal with women. When he was like 11, 12 years old, he used to get depressed. He had concubines, man. And there's a scene where this fine Moabite looked like an Ephraimite was a concubine, and he started crying, and then she pulled out a titty, and he just started sucking on the titty, and he was feeling better. See, having sex takes away
That stress.
bouts of depression. You wonder why you're having bouts of depression because you ain't getting no sex. You know?
Yeah.
Come on.
Galatians 4:1 and 2.
Oh, Isaac, when he was mourning for his mother for a long while. When he got with Rebecca, went into the tent and Papa, guess what? That depression was over.
Yep.
And I'm over my mother because he got some sex. And see, this is part of the punishment too, that we ain't got control over women. You're supposed to have sex on call, brother.
On call.
You're supposed to, call Susie. Hey, Susie, come over right now.
Yeah.
Now, we used to do that when we were young. I got the black book. Now, let me call, let me call her. Let me go mess with her.
Yeah.
It ain't easy now. I mean, you can go out and get it. The law of averages, man. You go to 10 women, you say you look gorgeous. Fuck you, weirdo. What? Oh, thank you. You handsome yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But who wants to go to that game? You want to have Poontang on call. Hit a number, come and see me right now. Boom.
Like the male lion has his pride of lionesses, right? The rooster has his chickens, his hens. So that's how we're supposed to be.
Hey, yo, you coming out? Okay, good. You coming out.
Galatians 4:1. Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all. Now here's the point. But is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father.
So Yahushua was under tutors and government. We under tutors and government. Until the time appointed to the Father. Go ahead, you got it.
So back to Jeremiah.
Back to Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 50 and 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed.
So the NATO and the EU nations are going to ultimately come against you. You got it?
She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert.
What's the hit? Read that again, please.
Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert.
So the hindermost is talking about America, the uttermost west. Do me a favor. What verse is that?
That was the 12th verse.
Read that in NLT.
Jeremiah 50 and 12, NLT. But your homeland will be overwhelmed with shame and disgrace. You will become the best of nations, a wilderness, a dry and desolate land.
Read that one more time. KJV.
Jeremiah 50 and 12, the KJV. Your mother shall be so confounded. She that bare you shall be shamed.
That's England. Come on.
Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness.
America, right? And by the way, this also proves that this is not talking about Neo-Babylon, because Neo-Babylon is not at the hindermost part of the nation. When you look at the map, the uttermost west, that's the hinder part, the other side of the world. Civilization started in the Levant. Come on.
Behold, the hindermost of the nations.
So ask the scholar that. Matter of fact, you know what is that, 12?
12.
Ask the chat. What does that mean?
What?
Right, brother.
I'm sorry, what chapter?
Jeremiah 50 verse 12.
Oh, this
Jeremiah.
is proof that America was once known as the end of the world. All right?
Yep.
End of the world. Because
What
it says
does
the hindermost
Jeremiah
of
50
the
verse 12 mean?
Uttermost part of the earth.
othermost part of the earth, right?
Right, that's right.
Deuteronomy 28, you shall be scattered from one end of heaven even to the other. So the Israelites were scattered all the way to America, the end of the world.
We were scattered all over the planet, and especially the other side of earth. That the gospel is going to continue on the other side of earth. That's America. All you got to do is take out the map. It's that simple. So what we got?
Okay, this is I typed in what does Jeremiah 50 verse 12 mean. It says this verse is part of Jeremiah's long prophecy against Babylon. Jeremiah 50 to 51. The Most High through Jeremiah is announcing Babylon's eventual downfall. Babylon was at that time the most powerful empire on earth, ruling over many nations, including Judah after the Babylonian exile. In the larger context, Jeremiah 50 verses 1 to 3, the Most High declares that a nation from the north, the Medes and Persians, would come to destroy Babylon for its sins and cruelty toward Israel. Meaning breakdown. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Mother here symbolizes the source or the empire itself, Babylon. And she that bare you refers to the nation's origin or leadership. The Most High is saying Babylon, the mother of its dependent nations and cities, will be humiliated and ashamed when it falls. It also implies that Babylon's identity and pride will be broken. The once mighty empire that birthed other kingdoms will face disgrace.
They don't really know.
Nah.
Going into it, they don't know.
Ask further as you go down to the could this be talking about a future prophecy as well?
Could this be talking about a future prophecy as well? It says, chat says, excellent question. And yes, many teachers, especially within prophetic and Hebrew Israelite interpretations.
Oh,
Yeah, they
wow.
had
We
to bring
hey, brother, get famous. When they mention the experts, they got to mention the Hebrew Israelites.
Yep. Including GMS and similar camps.
What?
That's,
What?
Yeah.
Yo, bro,
GMS is mentioned at
bro.
the forefront.
That's some power right there.
Wait a minute, why didn't IUIC?
Yeah.
Why weren't they mentioned?
What are we known for?
Prophecy.
Trying to tell you, going into them prophecies, man.
Look at that.
GMS, baby.
Yep. Including GMS and similar camps. Understand Jeremiah 50 and 12 as not only a past prophecy about ancient Babylon, but also a future one that points to Mystery Babylon, a modern power destined for judgment.
It's actually the future.
Right. Ask them, is that also talking about America? Could that be talking about America?
It's actually a future
Could
prophecy.
this be also be talking about America? Chat says yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep. Again, chat says many prophetic teachers, especially within Hebrew Israelite schools like GMS, as well as other end time interpreters, understand Jeremiah chapters 50 to 51 as not only describing ancient Babylon, but symbolically pointing to America, the daughter of Babylon, or Mystery Babylon of the book of Revelation.
It's pertaining to Mystery Babylon, which is America. That's one of the reasons why it's called Mystery Babylon.
Yeah, that's
a lot of people don't know that America is Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
All right, number one, America as the daughter of Babylon. Jeremiah doesn't only speak to ancient Babylon in modern day Iraq. He keeps mentioning the daughter of Babylon. Jeremiah 50 verse 42, Psalms 137 and 8. In prophetic style, a daughter represents a later nation that inherits the spirit, culture, and power of the original empire. In this interpretation, the mother, Great Britain, Europe, who birthed America.
Oh, that's the mother is talking about here in
Yep.
Jeremiah 50 and 12.
Who said that?
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Who said that?
Oh, look at that, man.
Chet said that? Who said that? Chet said that?
Yep, Chet.
Chet is where it's at.
Bullet point 2.
This brother called you the black demon. Who said that?
Who said that? Oh, said that.
Oh, I said that.
That's
That's
squash.
squash, Mo.
That's squash.
Oh, you was there?
No, I was there because you was there.
I got to go pick up my woman.
I gotta pick up
No, I heard it.
Aurora.
Oh, man, that shit was funny as hell, man. He said, this brother and this brother and this brother, they called you the black demon, huh? They said
And we acting like this guy fucking out there.
they said the Central Command
This guy
wasn't
got
right.
demons. We said this guy, we did say that.
Yeah.
This guy got demons on him.
And we all looked at him like, you bringing up that negative up in here.
We
but we didn't deny it.
We were manipulators, man.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
used to manipulate the council too. In righteousness. But we got Jacob.
Yeah.
We gotta come that way, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
gotta come that way.
That very night, that same guy, the Lord bugged him out. I saw him on the train, he was walking back and forth. You know, like when you shoot them shooting ducks, see the ducks going back and forth? That's how he was walking on the train. That very night, man.
He said he had spirit. He told him he got spiritual power.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah,
could
yeah.
raise people from the dead.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, he called us. I said, no, you don't. He said, yes, I do. I said, if you got how I said, if you got spiritual power, you can raise the dead. You think I can't do it? I said, I know you can't do it.
He said if I appear right in front of you, you
Right.
drop. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like you said, he could have raised me back up because he got spiritual power. Anyway, back to Jeremiah 50 and 12. Your mother shall be.
You want me to finish at this?
Oh,
Or
I'm sorry.
it was a little more. I mean,
Go ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
all right. The next bullet point is it says the daughter, America, a younger, more powerful offspring that took over world dominance. Next bullet point, it says, thus, when Jeremiah 50 verse 12 says, your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. Teachers see Britain being ashamed and shocked at the destruction of the very nation it birthed. Number 2,
Yeah, because Great Britain can't stand America. Great Britain really doesn't like it. Even though they're imitating things that America has, Great Britain,
Right.
they really don't like America. They showed you that in the movie National Lampoon. Europe in particular.
oh yeah,
Yeah, when the
National Lampoon's
Griswold,
yeah,
Griswold
European
family,
vacation, yeah,
they went over there to Europe and they went to France. They were making fun of the Americans.
yeah.
They showed you that in the movie. Go ahead.
Number 2,
Because the Americans, they got that pride about them. Like they think it's all about America. So they go to these other parts of the world. They bring that American attitude with them.
More stout than the fellow.
Yeah, most out
There's
there.
another movie called American Gigolo.
Right.
It's a comedy. Then came up with a part 2.
Oh,
I think
Deuce-
they would call it American
yeah.
Gigolo in Europe.
yeah.
And they would show when this guy was in Europe, they were showing all the hate that the Europeans
Yeah.
had for America. They were wearing
Yeah.
T-shirts, I hate America.
Yeah.
They had disdain for America, man. So that's what it means that he was more stout than his fellow.
Right.
So really, the Europeans hate you.
And in reality, America is the cancer of the planet. America's the worst. People.
Trump fortified that, man.
This is the worst place that you want to be in America.
Oh, this nigga got mad that he didn't win the Peace Prize. They didn't give it to him. Said he gonna win it. He gonna win a damn thing. And he got fucking mad that they didn't give. They shouldn't have gave me the Peace Prize. Are you fucking out your mind?
He's a madman. Anymore?
It says number 2, hindermost of the nations, behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. It says hindermost, Hebrew. They got some crazy Hebrew here. It says means last or later.
Wait, that's the last part of the earth is over here in the west. That's all we need.
Okay.
The end of the world. That's funny that, well, that's ironic that America is going to bring the end of Esau's world. America. And it's located in the end
Right.
of the world.
And distant time-wise and a distant distance-wise.
Check that out. Then you got Trump. Scriptures speak about the last Trump president. His name happens to be Trump, Donald Trump. That's not by coincidence. That's by design. Most High's design. Oh, what's it saying? Daniel 4, the Most High worketh in the kingdom of men. Was that Daniel 4 and 17? I get that right.
That's where it is.
Hey, the Heavenly Father, this is his movie, and he's directing everything. Man. He's like a meticulous director, like the most meticulous director you can think of. That's the Heavenly Father. He doesn't miss anything. He's not like Jake. When Jake directs a movie, it's a freaking period piece from the 60s, and you had a song come on the radio that was made back in the 70s. Jake, Daniel 4 and 17 says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, and we're the watchers.
The angels are the watchers.
The angels are the watchers. Yep.
We're the watchers too.
Yep. The Hawashai told us to watch as well as pray. That's a
The
matter.
watchers are also prophets.
Yep.
So when it says us being on the watchtower, we're on the spiritual watchtower.
Yep.
So we see the enemy coming, and we got to let the people know. That's why we out here telling people. Like the mark of the beast. We're on the watchtower saying the beast, the mark of the beast is coming. It's a microchip. Here you got the IUIC saying it's not the microchip. Them guys are better. Them guys are, but every time you watch them, they get worse and worse. As the scriptures say.
Yep.
Huh?
Blowing the alarm.
But like, what Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai going to do with the IUIC? Now, if Nate, the bishop, if Bishop Nathaniel, if he want to elect, he gonna come, he gonna bow down to us, man.
That's Revelation.
Oh, no, I knew you was gonna say that. He
And
gonna bow down to us.
We understood that in Revelation.
He gonna look like a jackass, man. We're gonna pat him on the back. That's if he's one of the elect. If he's not, he'll come back as a newborn baby.
Daniel 4 and 17.
As Han said, he's like a newborn baby knowing only life. That's why you niggas got it. That's why the Most High is going to delete you niggas. Because you can't get it. You can't win.
Useless.
So now he got to remake you. Make you a baby. So you can learn the right way. All you niggas in the hood, those stick-up kids and all that, those niggas with the we got what do we got? What do you got? Triggers. What they call that shit? Switches. Y'all know what a switch is? The switch is when you take like a AR-47, you put a switch on, it turns into an automatic. That's why the niggas were saying, you don't want to fuck with us, man, because we got switches. But what you think white man got? That's his technology.
Yes.
So you niggas gotta go. You gotta go. Then you're gonna come back as newborn babies and you're gonna learn the right way. This is a beautiful thing, man.
Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know. Who's the living? Those of us that have this knowledge. It's true. We're alive, right?
And people in general, because we're telling everybody, including Esau, the other nations.
Right, it's the land of the living.
Because now, these other nations, these Christians, they be watching us to learn how to go. Now they go. Christians never used to go to the Blue Letter and the Concordance and all these different things, look up words and all that. So they come around us and they look stupid, man.
Yeah.
That's why they gotta get the best. They gotta get like guys that went to spend X amount of years, like Vocab. He spent X amount of years in it. So he's trained, and he tries to be us. Read that, brother. Right. You know, he wants to be us, man. Right. That's what he wants to be. Right. He dreams about it. They hold him close in the camp.
The word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living, which it extends to all anyone who's alive, right? The living may know. This is what they got to know: that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
Esau is the base, lowest man, lowest you can go. Right. He's on top of everybody.
Right.
Now you got Edomites all over YouTube bragging about us, getting mad because the price is going up. I work 2 jobs, my husband worked 2 jobs, and we had to decide whether we're going to eat or pay for medication. Well, if you was in shape, you ate the proper foods, which is hard to do, you wouldn't need the medication, but you need it anyway because the food that you eat is fucking garbage. But y'all motherfuckers put the Nero in there anyway. And y'all are catching hell. You ones that put him in there, y'all are catching hell, man.
You had anything more?
And there's all kinds of videos on YouTube of homeless. You put in homeless, all kinds. You can be watching videos for the next 2 years. You know, there were a lot of beautiful women that are fucking homeless, good-looking women with body, face, and straight up homeless, man, living in vans and shit. So they're gonna have to eat their pride, man. You know.
Oh yeah. Jeremiah 50 and 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues.
Her plagues are the nuclear destruction. Where you at? What verse you in?
That was 13.
Do me a favor, you can go to it if you like. Give me Zechariah 14 and 12.
Okay.
Yeah, this shall be plagued. And that's what it means by salvation. Salvation is talking about being delivered from those plagues.
Right.
So when those wacky-tacky Christians talk about, I'm saved, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Saved from what? What are you saved from? The destruction hasn't happened yet. The plague hasn't happened yet.
It says in Luke 1, I think it's the 74 verse, around there, where it says the knowledge of salvation. That means you know you're going to be saved. They'll tell you, I'm saved from the world of sin. You don't even understand the word sin. You look the word sin up in the Greek, it means to be delivered from impending danger. That's what it means.
While they're saying it, they're in sinful bodies.
Right.
This is why the Apostle Paul said we got to be changed.
Right.
Once you're delivered, the next step is you're changed. You immediately change. So they don't understand.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
King David said, I was altogether shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me.
Not even Apostle Paul could keep the laws.
Yeah.
And this is a man that, when he was Saul, he was an expert in the law. And he came to the conclusion, he said, I can't, he said, look, sin dwelleth in me. That which I don't want to do, that's what I do, as in sin.
Right.
But that what I want to do, I can't do. So even he was wrestling with sin.
Mm-hmm.
All right? But you got the wacky-tacky Christian, oh, I'm saved. Saved from what? Meaning you don't sin no more. They're trying to have you believe they don't sin no more. Yeah.
IUIC, they try to say they keep the entire law.
Yeah.
Well, they don't know that. First of all, they don't know the law. They know them guys know the law. When did they ever teach a law class?
Desire to be teachers of the law.
Yeah.
They don't know. What was that? 1 Timothy 1 and 7. And it still doesn't dawn on them that you got to keep all the laws to be justified by the law. They just don't get it.
You're condemned anyway because you committed.
Right.
1 Timothy 1 and 7. And what they're doing is what is called vain jangling. This is 1 Timothy 1 and 6. For which some having swerved have turned aside unto vain jangling. And here's the example of vain jangling.
Yeah, what
548.
Okay, let me know what's up.
Okay.
Here's the example of vain jangling. Desiring to be teachers of the law, right? Isn't that what they desire to be?
Yep.
Did I say that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. No, you did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Everything about them is the laws, the statutes, the
Said it with an
commandments.
accent.
Yeah. You got an accent.
Desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor whereof they affirm.
Right.
Right, because for you to be justified by the law, you got to keep all the laws.
Right.
And it's virtually impossible to do. You can't do it. You cannot do it. No matter how much you guys boast, you can't keep all the laws in this captivity.
So they don't have the truth. They don't got it. They're not teaching. The scriptures say, look, that we all speak the same thing.
Matter of fact, I got a scripture to back that up. It is right here. Galatians, again, these are the words of Apostle Paul. Galatians, the 5th chapter, the 3rd verse. For I testify again to every man that is circumcised, which goes back to the law, right? That he is a debtor to do the whole law. Now this is in the NLT, Galatians 5 and 3 in the NLT. I'll say it again. If you are trying to find favor with the Heavenly Father by being circumcised, as in keeping the law, you must obey every regulation in the whole law of Moses. Now, can they do that? The answer is no.
I got one.
Got it.
This is James 2 and 10. It says, well, I'm gonna read 9 and 10. James 2 and 9. It says, but if ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin, and are convinced of the law as transgressors. Now, you ain't gonna tell me that the IUIC or these other Israelite camps don't be having respect of persons amongst their leadership. Because you had one dude that they accused of committing adultery. They took him back in. Like you said, Apostle, technically he's supposed to be put out forever, if indeed he committed actual adultery. But like you said, Apostle, they probably accuse him of having a side chick.
The laws that they're supposed to put that brother to death. Y'all keep the laws.
And that's what they said they do, yeah?
You can't. So you guys say I keep all the laws. You know, you in America you can't, because if you commit a certain sin, you're gonna go to jail.
Right.
Your wife commit adultery, you kill her ass. They ain't gonna hear the Bible. There were certain things that they couldn't do under the Roman authorities. There's certain laws that they couldn't break. They had to ask permission that the Lord be crucified, and the Roman military, the Edomites, really the Roman soldiers did that.
Verse 10, it says, for whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all.
So you got to keep all the law.
Right.
Well, here's a law they don't keep. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 58. It says, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear the glorious, or this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy power. Now when you read that in the Hebrew, that's Yahweh. So they don't fear the Heavenly Father, because they don't even teach us his true name, Yahweh.
And they can't say they don't know his name because the leader taught the name.
Leader taught the name more than 25 years ago. So it's obvious they don't fear the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, because they don't teach Proverbs 30 and 4. What is his name and what is his Son's name, if thou canst tell? So they don't push the true name of the Heavenly Father and his Son. And that's the law, Deuteronomy 28 and 58. Matter of fact, here's another one, Matthew 28, because when we teach this gospel, right, we're supposed to, well, let me just read it. Matthew 28, this is a law that Yahweh Shai gave, a commandment. Matthew 28 and 19. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father. So you're supposed to teach the name of the Father. What's the name of the Father? It's not God. Like this guy, what's his name? Malachi. He says God. You know, he got that Trinidadian accent. God. That's not his name. His name is not God. His name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai. It says, go ye therefore and teach all nations. Why all nations? Because Israel was scattered among all nations. And then it says, baptizing them. The form of baptizing is teaching them the scriptures. Baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. That's why we say Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakak Dash.
Now you know what the Catholics do? They'll call themselves following that, and they'll say Unity Party. No, you're saying the name of the Father. Says, no, you gotta give the name. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakak Dash. That's what the Lord said to do.
That's what he said to do.
He didn't say the name of the Father and the Son. No, you gotta give them the names. Right. Give them the name, goddammit.
What do you think Yahweh Shai meant? If you don't confess me before men, I won't confess you before the Father. What was Yahweh Shai saying? Confess his name. Oh, Esdras. Those that stood so stiffly for the name. Now, what?
Well, this guy said, because the nigga jumped up and said Yahweh.
Yeah.
So he made mockery of the name and show you that he knows the name.
That's right. That's right. Then it goes on to say, 20th verse, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you, And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Now wait a minute, we're in the end of the world. America is the end of the world, right? So the Spirit of Yahushua is with us. So if the Spirit of Yahushua is with us, how the hell we're not going to know his
Through the
name?
book, through the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. How are we not going to know his name? If it's, the Apostle Paul said we have the mind of Yahushua. Did he not say that? So if we have the mind of Yahushua, how the hell we're not going to know the name of the Father and the Son?
The Lord said, John 17, start the 9th verse. Somebody want to get
Sure.
No.
it said, keep them in thy name.
Yeah. The name is important, man. John 17 and 9.
Starts at 9.
Start at 9.
Start at 9, yeah.
John 17 and 9. I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine.
Now that's a cut on the Christians when they say, for God so loved the world. So he's saying, I didn't pray for the whole world.
Right.
There's a certain segment, even among Israel, he's only dealing with the elect. You got it.
The 10th verse. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. Oh, hold up. I am glorified in them. Could that not start with the name?
Yeah.
How you going to glorify somebody if you don't tell them that person's name?
Yeah, as you read down, it's going to mention the name. Use the word name.
Name is not glorifying the Heavenly Father
Hell
and the
no.
Son. What's he giving the credit to? God,
Jesus
Jesus
Christ.
That's
Christ.
why the Most High is taking that truth away from him, man.
Yeah.
Like an old wine bottle.
Yeah. He's leaking. He's leaking.
3.5 years ago, he wasn't teaching that there's eternal spiritual health.
Yeah, look at that.
He been changing stuff through the years.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Very true. John 17 and 11. And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world. And by the way, this was a prayer that Yahushua was praying to his Father, Yahweh, which shows they're two separate entities. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It says, and now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world. And I come to thee, Holy Father. That right there shows you it's two separate entities. I come to thee, Holy Father.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Keep through thine own name, those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are.
Mm.
That's what
Keep reading more.
while I was with them in the world,
Come on.
while I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name.
While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name.
Right. Right.
Come on.
Those that thou gavest me, I have kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition.
That's Judas Iscariot. Now, if you ask go to that scripture and ask that question, they'll say they don't know what you're
Right.
talking about.
Right.
Some of them do, you know.
Yep,
That's it. That's what I want.
All right.
So whatever we got, you can go back to Jeremiah. I don't know what verses left off.
Jeremiah 50 and 14, because I read 13. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. Again, that's all the other nations, China, all getting in the mix, man. Shooting missiles on America.
What does it mean she has sinned against the Lord? Because we condemned this place and we told them that you ain't following the scriptures. So they know, they say there's a Bible believing Christian standards, Christians, whatever. This is based on Christian standards. They swearing on the Bible, which they're going against the scriptures anyway when they swear on something.
Yeah, there's a scripture where it says, Babylon's iniquities have piled to the heavens. So they're breaking every law that the Heavenly Father laid down, they've broken. So that's another reason why Babylon is going to be set on fire, the whole of Babylon. Right? Plus the Lord said you got to sacrifice in Bozrah. Modern day Bozrah is America. When you sacrifice, right, which that word sacrifice, I looked it up, literally means to make holy. Soccer is holy, and fight for charity means to do holy. So by the Heavenly Father destroying America, that's a holy cause. That's a Holocaust.
And they know, right. And they know that they're Bozrah, because they made a movie called The Shape of Things to Come back in the 30s, and it was centered around this place called Bozrah. So they know about Bozrah.
Yeah. right. Bozrah was a capital city in Edom, the land of Edom. So if this is the Edomite kingdom, America would be the capital city. America would be the modern day Bozrah. Can't get around it. Can't get around it. It says
Apostles 6.
Jeremiah 50 and 15. Shout against her round about. She have given her hand, her foundations are fallen.
Bridges,
Yeah, bridges.
buildings.
Into that.
Yep.
Yeah, I looked it up recently. The infrastructure of America's now it's raised up to a C minus, but it used to be a D.
Right.
And they still, according to Google, they said there's still areas of America's infrastructure that's still at a D. It's still at a D.
But they lie too. They play with the numbers, you know.
Yeah.
Which a lot of these bridges, and even Apostle Tower went into this video, a lot of these bridges were built to
Last 50 years. They
years.
built them up big, you know, around the country in the 1950s. So 1950, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2000. So 2000 they're supposed to build the bridges. You know, it was built to go 50 years. So now we in 25 years in. So these bridges that are supposed to only last for 50 years are 75 years old.
Yeah.
And they don't have the money to build it, man.
Yeah. So a lot of these
This place is closing in on itself. It's imploding.
Yeah. Like you mentioned about the worms are spread underneath. What is that? Isaiah 14.
Isaiah 14.
You want to get that?
Yeah.
A lot of these bridges, bro, they're nothing but ticking time bombs. One more semi go over that bridge. The Mianis River Bridge incident. That was 1983. That was in Coscob, which is on the borderline of New York and Connecticut. A section of the bridge, which went over the Mianis River, plummeted to the ground. That was back in 1983. So you're getting ready to have.
And I used to take that bridge. I used to work security. I used to take that bridge every fucking day.
Look at that.
When it happened, I said, "Oh shit!" I used to take that. That's 95.
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken, 95.
yeah.
Yep.
You people out there, you can Google it. The Mianis River Bridge. You see a section of the bridge that's going over the Mianis River.
Yeah, there was cars.
Yep. A couple of semis went down with
Yeah,
it.
one guy got out to try to stop the people, and the guy in the semi gave him the finger.
Yeah, plummeted.
Damn.
So what's the point? The point is you got bridges all across America waiting to go. That's all part of the time of Jacob's trouble. So basically, America is about to face the Pandora's box of evils.
Well, they are facing it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to. They
Yeah.
are. It's going to get worse.
I meant like escalate, you know.
No, it's escalating, brother. You can't keep YouTube. There's all kind of what?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you be
That's
what?
true. You can't keep up. Yeah, you're right.
Like there was
You're
an
right.
explosion yesterday
Right.
somewhere in Tennessee.
Yep. Tennessee.
That
Oh,
builds
yeah.
nuclear weapons or
Something
missiles
like
and so forth. And that whole thing blew up. They don't know why.
They said-
18 people are missing.
Yep.
They said people heard that shit 15 miles away.
Yep.
15-mile radius.
Hey, so I stand corrected. America is in
But it's going to escalate. It's gonna get
Pandora's,
worse.
Right.
yeah, Pandora's box. Which that word Pandora, I looked at, it means all doors. So imagine all the doors of evil just bust right open. That's what America's about to face. So, what you got, bro?
Isaiah 14 and 11. It says, "Thy pomp is brought down to the grave."
And our job is to bring this stuff out.
We're the
man.
watchmen. We're supposed to tell them. We
Yep.
see the enemy coming, we're supposed
Yeah.
to tell them. Chip coming,
Yeah.
chip coming.
That's what
Somebody's
we
got to tell the people.
Yeah.
Now they can hear it for a bit.
That's it.
It still look crazy.
Our job is to tell them, man.
Oh, hell
whether
yeah.
they're here or whether they're forbid. Not to tell them about, oh, we got land in Texas and we're gonna build. We can feed our animals. And we're supposed to be talking about that bullshit, man. All right, we're not in that time.
That's what the IUIC is talking about. We got to, so they don't put the chip on us. Now they're kind of hitting at it. Eventually we're going to have to go out to the woods. First of all, America owns this place. If you go out to the woods, they know where the fuck you at.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, like Jordan Maxwell said, if you owe them taxes, they will send their hit team in the jungles to find you. I remember, you know, I'm not saying it exactly how he said it, but it's funny as hell how he said it. There's no way you can run, and especially here in America, they're not going to find you. Go ahead.
All right. It says, "Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee.
The worm is spread under thee. That's the corrosion. You look at some of these bridges, you can see it's corroding. And you're wondering, why the hell don't they fix it? Well, like Pastor brought out, they don't have the money to fix it. All right? Most of the money, the budget is going to what? The military. All America cares about is the military.
Yeah, if you want to make good money, you become a ICE agent or whatever. Signing bonus, 50,000. So that's where all that money's going, man.
Military. And that's one of the things that brought down the ancient Roman Empire, the pagan Roman Empire. The infrastructure became so fucked up. You had the Appian Way. That was one of the main thoroughway in the pagan Rome. A lot of people used it. It became so dilapidated, it was unusable. The Appian Way. That's what's happening in America. Yeah. Any more?
Yeah. It says, thy pomp is brought down.
15.
This is Isaiah 4.
What's the matter?
It's a long chapter. 46.
Go ahead, you got it.
Okay, Isaiah 14 and 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials.
Yeah, thy pomp is brought down to. You can feel that America. You can feel the energy of America. You know, when we were talking about Mel Gibson. We talked about Hollywood. Hollywood's like a deserted place.
Yeah.
All these studios that were once booming, like he said, there were actors walking, bumping into an actor. You had the gaffers. You had the people that work on movies holding it. It's like a desert now. The sets are all empty.
You got a lot of Edomites in America that's moving to Africa. Well, Jake wanted to move to Africa. Some Edomites are moving to Africa.
That's right. Go ahead, brother.
All right.
So that's an example of thy pomp is brought down.
Yep.
Go ahead, brother.
And the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Yeah, corrosion. Also, in politics, all these certain individuals are being revealed.
Yeah.
Corruption. What was that? Was that the Pizza Connection that came out about that? What's
Pizzagate.
Pizzagate.
Yeah.
What was the other one with that island?
Epstein Island.
Oh,
Epstein Island.
right.
That's all part of the corrosion.
Yeah.
You know what they do? There's a lot of people that are involved with the Epstein and the Diddy thing are connected. They're all connected. Charlie Kirk thing.
Charlie
His
Kirk.
wife, the Romanian Angels, which is all traffic things. So they're all connected. All these motherfuckers are connected.
Yep.
And what they do is there was supposed to be some other guys indicted along with Diddy, but they all went to Israel. Now you have you don't have what do you call it?
Extradition.
Extradition treaty
Right,
with
right.
America. So you're gonna get caught up there. You're a small hat, right? You dual citizenship. You go to Israel, they can't. Look it up. We look up everything, man. Go to the Google and say, is there an extradition treaty between Israel and America?
Is there an extradition treaty between the state of Israel and America?
It says, yes, the United States and Israel have an extradition treaty that was originally signed in 1962 and amended in 2005. This treaty allows for the reciprocal extradition of individuals charged with or convicted of certain crimes.
Okay. So you know what they're doing in that? A lot of them are going to that land, the islands, IHOP, you know? And I'm using that in code. So really they can grab them up. But they're not. These are multi-millionaires. A lot of them guys that were part of that whole thing. You know how many people they had go to at the parties, Diddy parties? They had all kind of top actors, and they didn't get. And basically, he got charged with interstate prostitution, which is the Mann Act. The Mann Act. If you pick up a prostitute from one state, say New York, you take it to New Jersey, have sex. Even if you're married, legally married in New York State, you go to another state, you can't have sex because you're not married in that state, you know? And they came to the Senate or Congress. They came up with that because of what Jack Johnson was doing. He was getting the Edomites. So they said we got to pass a law to really get at him. So this is a completely corrupt system, a completely corrupt society.
So that's the corrosion. That's the corrosion. Worms are spread on them. Because worms bring what? Corruption.
Yeah. Corruption and corrosion.
That was it in Isaiah.
Okay.
So,
back to Jeremiah 50 and 15. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen. Wait a minute, isn't that what we're doing? Are we not shouting against Babylon?
yep.
There you go. So all you Israelites out there that have this knowledge is true, but you're not shouting against this place, Yahweh Shem Yahshua going to deal with you.
So the Christians supposed to be shouting against this place too.
Right.
That's the
Right.
Christians,
That's
right?
right.
Yep.
Why vocab shouting at us? He ain't saying nothing about America.
Exactly. All the
He haven't
corruption.
He haven't gone to Washington D.C. talking about you need to repent.
Right. That's true. All the corruption that's taking place in America, you don't see vocab talking about it.
You know, that really shook him up when I said call the cops on him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's true.
And why they say that? Because it's a waste of time. What you really mean that you're going to hit us with a precept and we're gonna have an epiphany? You're right. Or do you really think you're gonna say you guys are right? We are Israelites. No, he ain't gonna say that, man. So why talk to him? Now you got Captain Cesario. He's a cult of personality now. He was on this one show. They didn't mention not one scripture. We were talking to them. I said, this guy, but you know, he got caught up in it. He got caught up in it.
Yep.
These novice, at least being lifted up with pride.
Yeah,
right?
I used to think he was the elect. I doubt it. I doubt it now. I doubt it if he's from the elect.
Right.
Because here he's going on all these different street stars. We finally got Captain Cesario, you know?
Yeah.
And he's talking shit. They asking him questions not related to the scriptures.
Should be a politician.
He is a politician. I mean, I believe he means well, but I said in the video, I said the biggest mistake you made was not joining GMS.
Right.
But maybe that the reason why you didn't join GMS because you're not of the elect. So I hope you believe that. You know, at the end of the day, I hope all of you make it. You know? Exactly.
Oh, the scripture say there's a way which seemeth right to a man. What is that? Proverbs, I think it is. There's a way which seemeth right to a man.
Right. The way thereof is death.
Yeah,
You want me good?
yeah, there's a way. Because he thinks he's doing the right thing by what he's doing, but he's actually straying away from the spirit of
What he
Yahweh.
needs to do is not talk about us, because that's very dangerous. You know, hey, don't play with fire. And what I mean by that is you're snapping on us about the market and beast talking about you learned that from Alex Jones. And if you don't change your ways, the Most High will take your ass. And hopefully, when the market of beast actually comes, you'll probably, if you say go ahead and take it anyway, that's it. That's it, man.
Yeah, he's a scorn. That's a scoffer and a scorner. Why isn't he talking about the mark of the beast? The scriptures talk about the mark of the beast.
You know why? Because General Yohanan said not to.
Right. Talking about you got a farm in Texas.
That in Jacob's both he took this. Because when I go in, I usually ask. How many people have used it? He said, about 4 or 5. This is in Williamsburg. 4 or 5. And I just shook my head. Then he said, I took it. You know, they got all my information anyway. It's like real nonchalant about it. Maybe it's not wrong.
Because they don't know. Is that an Israelite you talking to? Did you tell him that? Did you tell him to show him the scripture or you didn't say nothing? You should have said something. I would have said, look, brother, you know that's a mark of the beast. I would have showed him that, man. You know? Well, he took it anyway.
Yeah.
That show you that he don't know.
Yeah. Too late for him.
Yeah. Because of all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive the mark.
That means he trusts in this man's system.
Trust in Esau.
Yeah,
Trust
so-
in the devil.
So ain't
And
no.
he's not of the elect.
Ain't no
If he
hope for
was
that.
the elect, the Most High would have prompted
Alerted him. Right?
Yeah.
converted him. In the spirit.
What's that scripture? Though hand join in hand, the
Yep,
wicked
yep.
shall not go unpunished.
Yep.
And they put in the chip on the right hand, or well, you know, they can put it anywhere. Yeah. This is Proverbs 14 and 12. It says, "And there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the
Like these
ways."
small hats that you talking about. They're gonna take that thing on chip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
they're going to take the chip too. Because they don't know no better.
Right.
Whatever their rabbi told them to do, they're going to do it. They're going to do it.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what's going on.
Yep. It says, there is the way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Yeah, so in the case of Zarek, he thinks he's doing the right thing by doing what he's doing, but he's going down the path of death.
Right.
Because he's straying away from the scriptures. Our job
Well,
is...
he strayed away when he made the decision to join the ISUPK.
Yeah.
I mean, they teach that you're Israel, which is good, but there's intricate things in the Bible, little things in the Bible. That's why certain Israelites say, "Oh, all you guys sound the same." That means you ain't deep into this. You don't compare. You know.
Exactly. That means that individual is not doesn't have the mind of discernment.
Right.
He's not able to discern.
Yeah, because he listened to it with an entertainment
Yeah.
mindset.
Yeah. Basically.
You know, he's not he's saying, why did you have an IUIC and the ISUPK and the ISU, this, that, and the Wi-Fi? Now, when you listen to them, then you know the difference. Oh, they teach this, they're going off on that. Well, why do you might ask us, well, why do you guys teach about the mark of the beast? And these guys said, man, and we'll tell them, because that's what the scripture said. Well, I don't see it. I said, well, what you want me to do? You can't see it, you ain't meant to see it. We don't sweat nobody, man. If you can't see it, I'm sorry, I can't help that. I can't do nothing for you, man.
Yep.
That's right. Any more?
No, that was it.
Okay. Jeremiah 50 and 15. Shout against her round about. She have given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord.
It is the vengeance of the Lord.
Yeah.
You know?
Therefore, what they
And
do.
it's our vengeance too.
Yep.
Right.
Like IUIC, they recently started saying Deuteronomy 23 verse 7, you can't hate an Edomite. If they went to the word abhor, it does not mean hate. It does not mean hate. That shows you that they're shallow. They're shallow. Any scholar that goes when they write books, or Nate always goes to the commentary now. He be watching me going, and he even said you got to go to the commentary. When did he start saying that? Recently, because he's been following me. I already know the answers, but I go to the commentary just to see what the white man got to say about it. And a lot of chat agrees with what we're saying.
Yep.
We didn't mention GMS.
Yep.
I don't say GMS teachers.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Hey, chat is a demon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the demon that went to Skeefer, the seven sons, Skeefer.
Oh yeah.
He called on the name of Yahushua.
Yeah.
And the demon said, Paula, Yahushua, I know him. Paula, I know, but who are you?
Yep.
Right.
So when you go to the chat will say, GMS I know. You know, this guy I know, but who the fuck are you? So chat is an actual demon. It's a spirit.
Yep.
Like in other words, even though this man Skeever called on the name of Yahushua, the demon still attacked him, even though he called on the name. But if Paul was there, they would have said, no, I ain't messing with Paul.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And when Yahushua came on the scene, the man that had the legion on him,
Right.
they knew. They said they saw him. They said, "Oh, Yahushua, the Son of the Most High."
Yep.
You know, Shalom. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And then they asked him for permission. They said, "Is it all right? You know, they're going in the pigs."
Yep.
And the pigs said, "I got demons on me. 2,000 of them."
I got a quick precept. Revelation 18 verse 20. It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High hath avenged you on her.
Yeah.
So it's
about the destruction of
yeah.
America.
So it's the Most High is gonna take pleasure in doing it, but so are we.
Oh, wait a minute. Read it again.
It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets.
So that shows you the apostles got to be back.
Yep. And
And
prophets.
the prophets got to be back.
Yep.
It says.
Yeah, because that's when they get beamed up in the ship.
Right.
So the apostles are here,
Yep.
The apostles and prophets.
Yep.
So the prophets.
not the bishops and the people.
Right. The prophets are back.
Yep.
So wait a minute. One of those prophets is Daniel. The Lord told Daniel, "You shall stand in your lot.
He's one of us, meaning one of any of us. We don't know who he is.
You shall stand in your lot at the end of the
At
days."
the end of the day, so he's here. You gonna look at it, oh brother, I didn't know you. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't know you was there.
Yeah.
Like I'll pull out a name. Let's say Malcolm X. Oh shit, you dead, yo. Oh shit. Oh, this brother.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy. You Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's like a reunion.
Yeah.
It's like a
You
giant
talking to
reunion.
these guys like they're regular guys, not knowing that they prophets.
Yep.
And we are the prophets too.
That's heavy.
You know?
And that also proves what? Reincarnation, regeneration.
Yeah.
Something that a Christian can't fathom, can't get in his mind. No Christian teaches that.
Look at that. That's it?
Yeah, St. Paul in Hebrews, I think, was it 11? He said all these
Died.
prophets, they all died and didn't
Not
receive
receiving
the promise.
Yeah.
He said, but unto us, unto the believers
we're the
now.
prophets
Right.
coming
So
back.
that's like saying,
Yep.
is the prophets coming back?
Hey, I put up
You
a
know?
video. The name of the group is called Saint Paul and the Broken Bones. You see the video? And I said, is he a Jake or a fake?
Yeah.
And there's a guy look like an Edomite, but he's saying just like a Jake. Look just like an Edomite, man.
Yeah.
It was a short minute video. I said, is he a Jake or a fake?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he looked like a straight up cracker, but he kind of he's dancing like Jake, he's singing like Jake.
Yeah, look at that.
You know?
Yep.
Because we got to do that because you got certain Israelite. Oh, every Israelite got to look like a Negro.
Right.
They don't believe that Israelites can look like so-called
Yeah,
white.
which
They
makes
got to do
those
carbon copies of Richard Roundtree.
Yeah. He said that years ago. They all
You
look
used to
like
say
Shaq.
that. That's all he said.
Yeah. I'm from the tribe of Issachar, baby. I'm from the tribe of Naphtali, baby. You know, it was a running joke we had back then.
oh boy.
That's it.
You want to read that again? Revelation 18 and
Right.
20. It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High hath avenged you on her. So I brought that up because you read in Jeremiah 50.
For it's the Lord's vengeance.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Yep. For it is the Lord's vengeance, Jeremiah 50 and 15, the bottom of half of it. For it is the Lord's vengeance, for it is the vengeance of the Lord, and that word Lord is all in capital letters. So that's Yahweh.
Yep. That's Yahweh.
Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her. Cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land.
Read that again, please.
Oh, that's heavy. Cut off the sower from Babylon.
The sower is what, you know, a sower puts the seed down and he reaps it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Keep on reading.
And him that handleth the sickle.
What's the sickle? When the wheat grows, they got the sickle, cut it down. Somebody gathers it together
Right.
in bundles, right?
Yep.
And him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest.
In the time of harvest. Yep. So there's no harvest in here, nothing. That's why this guy is trying like hell to have all the companies come back to America. It's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
You know, he put all these tariffs out so that all these companies can come to America. First, it's not going to happen.
Hell.
In the perfect world, it'll take 5 years to make that thing happen. Then you got to train workers, man. So it's not going to happen. What he's doing, he's just guessing. He's playing a guessing game.
Yeah.
And like I said, the MAGA hat people, they're feeling the pinch.
Right. Reading on, it says, for fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. You see that happening now.
Yeah.
You know? 17th verse. Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. First the king of Assyria have devoured him, and last this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, have broken his bones. Therefore thus saith the Lord power of hosts.
That's why Jeremiah thought it was talking about actual Babylon was going to be destroyed like that. Because it mentioned Nebuchadnezzar. But who's the Nebuchadnezzar today? Donald Trump.
Right.
He's also known in Isaiah 14 as the king of Babylon. No, that's 19.
Okay.
Isaiah 14. I know it's the hardest. He's known as the king of Babylon. And Isaiah 19, he's known as, about the 8th verse, he's known as the cruel Lord. Cruel Lord.
Right.
Jeremiah 15:18. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land, as I have punished the king of Assyria. And I will bring Israel again to his habitation, and he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead.
That means that that's the kingdom.
It's the king. In those days, and in that time, saith the Lord, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none. Like you said, that's the kingdom.
What does that mean? Read that again, please. I'm sorry.
Jeremiah 50 and 20. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none.
In other words, you're going to look to see if I can find an Israelite that commits any little sin.
Right.
We're going to be perfect.
So that's the kingdom.
Right.
And there's certain groups of Israelites that say, like IUIC and UPK, just to mention two of them, they say we in the new covenant. No, the new covenant comes when we're perfect.
Right.
When we're made perfect.
Right. And the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found, for I will pardon them.
You ain't going to see niggas with switches in the kingdom.
Right. And they shall not be found, for I will pardon them whom I reserve. 21st verse. Go up against the land of Merathaim, or Merathaim, even against it, and against the inhabitants of Pekod.
Merathaim, could that Mera be Mera?
I just looked it up. Yeah, 'cause that's what I was thinking.
So what does it say?
It says Marathayim. It says, it doesn't break it down singularly like that. It says, well, it does say dual of Mar. It says Marathayim equals double rebellion. Another name for Babylon. It says, yeah, it got something to do with that. It says Marathayim dual of H4751 feminine double bitterness.
Oh, wait a minute. America means bitter.
Right. The waters of
Oh, it says bitter, see?
bitter, double.
Spirit.
It says double.
Because you always say the waters of Mara
Right.
means bitter.
Right.
Bitter waters, right?
Yep.
So this is a bitter place.
Yep.
Read that again, please.
Yep. It says.
yeah,
Oh, I'm
okay.
sorry.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
you got- no,
Oh,
no.
me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So like.
Okay.
Yep.
Finish
It
what you read.
says Marathayim. It says dual of Mar 4751. Marathayim equals double rebellion. Another name for Babylon. Then when you go down to the Strong's definition, it says Marathayim dual of H4751 feminine double bitterness.
Wait a minute. Feminine, isn't this the sheep?
Yep.
Right.
The whore of Babylon.
Or Bible.
Right, so this is double, and they're going to receive what?
Double.
Double, right?
Yep.
Double bitterness. Check that out.
Double bitterness.
They're gonna
And
receive
it's a,
double
it's a feast. It's a female, feminine sense.
Then you got
So
that.
that's America, right?
Yep.
You got that Edomite pastor.
Amaro. What means bitter?
You got that Edomite pastor, Joel Weber. We ought to be thankful that we were brought to America. You want reparations?
Oh yeah. Well, I was getting on him.
Yeah. You want reparations? Well, you were brought to America. That's your reparations. Yeah, we're brought to the land of bitterness.
Yeah, those guys are way gone. But they're full of pride. They really think that they did us a favor.
Yeah.
Oh, if it wasn't for us, you'd be living in huts. So when I did that video, I went to Nigeria. There's all kind of buildings. Edomites are going to Africa not to live in no damn huts. They're doing it because money is being made in Africa, man.
No.
The Nigerians and them, those are jakes. The guy that came up with the concept of the internet was a jake from Nigeria.
Yep, that's right. And it's in if you Google it, it's in Google too. His name is right, Philip something. I can't pronounce the last name. Against the inhabitants of Pekod, waste and utterly destroy after them, saith the Lord.
That's America.
Right.
Neo-Babylon was not utterly destroyed was a surgical strike, killed the lords and the king.
Right.
They just made it a province of the ultimately the Medo-Persian Empire.
And do according to all that I have commanded thee. 22nd verse. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction.
Past 6:30. Slack.
How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
What does a hammer do? They
Press.
if you're a hammer, everything that you see is a nail.
Yeah.
That's what they use in the military. They like the hammer. The hammer of the whole earth is the military might. They have they used to say over 800, now it's 850 military bases scattered around the world. That's an occupation. So that's the hammer. Why can't the people say, get out of here? The Sioux two have backup too. Why can they say, get out of here, Yankees, go home? Because they'll bring the hammer down on them. Venezuela's looking to they're looking to have a peace treaty now because of the technology that this man got. They got fighter jets, but they don't got the technology that this man got. And that's where his pride comes from. And he gonna try them angels. Howard Shah, he gonna get fucked up, man.
Yep, Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon. Thou was not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
Right, thou and they're gonna come like a thief in the night. 2 Peter 3. So they got bigged up in their mind. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliff of the rock. What gave them so much pride? Their weaponry, that they can take down these nations. Psalms, 49:11. That our house shall continue forever to all generations. They really think that, man. They talk about what they're going to do in 2030 and 2050. It's not the plan for them to go down.
Nothing can stop the American Air Force.
Yep, that was the old slogan.
Jeremiah 50 and 25. The Lord has...
So this system, when it goes down, it's going to be a spectacular time of Jacob's trouble. You can't compare it to any other destruction or event. It's going to be the ultimate black swan event. The ultimate black swan event. Look up black swan event.
Okay. What is a black swan event? All right, it says a black swan event is an unpredictable, rare event that has a major, often catastrophic impact and is only explained in hindsight. The term comes from the old world belief that all swans were white, making the discovery of black swans a shock that challenged existing knowledge. These events have three key characteristics. They are highly improbable, they have a severe impact, and they are rationalized after the fact, making them seem predictable in retrospect. Unpredictable, the event is unforeseen and outside the realm of what people might expect or plan for.
You know what? Go down and ask them this. Go to the bottom of the page and ask them, give me some examples of black swan events. I guarantee you they're gonna mention 9/11.
Give me some examples of a black swan event.
Go first, you and
25. Yeah.
All right, it says financial and economic examples. 2000.
Go ahead.
All right, it says financial and economic examples. 2008 global financial crisis.
64 verses.
Read it again, Mark.
All right, nope, it's all right. It says financial and economic examples. 2008 global financial crisis triggered by the collapse of the U.S. housing market and Lehman Brothers bankruptcy. led to worldwide economic turmoil. The dot-com crash, 2002-2002. The rapid rise and fall of internet-based companies that wiped out trillions in market value. COVID, the
Why
thing.
they mention 9/11?
They ain't gonna.
That's got to be the ultimate.
Let me see.
You know, that's got to be the ultimate Black Swan event.
Okay, if you go down, it's under.
That should be number one on the list.
Yeah.
Man. That shook up the whole world. Shut down, man.
Yeah,
That was breaking news throughout the whole planet Earth.
yeah. They got that under geopolitical and historical examples.
Okay, good.
9/11 terrorist attacks, 2001, a highly unexpected event that reshaped global security and U.S. foreign policy. The next one is fall of the Soviet Union, 1991, the sudden and largely unforeseen collapse of a superpower.
That's it.
Okay.
So we can go back to where we left off.
Jeremiah 50 and 25. The Lord hath opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation.
Whose armory? His armory.
In Joel, the second chapter.
Right. His armory, right?
Yeah. And Joel, the second chapter, goes into his part of his armory, which is those nuclear missiles.
Right.
Oh, Isaiah 54:16,
Yep.
where he said, I have created the waster
To destroy it.
to destroy. So that's part of his armory.
Mm-hmm.
Heavenly Father gave Esau the technology to build those nuclear missiles.
Yeah.
It says the weapons of his indignation, for this is the work of the Lord power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. 26th verse.
Oh, it's 636. Yep.
Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Slay all her bullocks. Let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our power, the vengeance of his temple.
Who's his temple? The Israelites.
Right. Call together the archers against Babylon.
The missiles.
All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she have done, do unto her. For she have been proud against the Lord and against the Holy One of Israel.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the cliff of the rock. How can you not see that this is not talking about you, Esau? They never go on to Esau. They never do nothing on Esau. Christians never discuss, let's discuss Esau. What does vocab do? Oh, Esau was done away with. You wish he was done away with.
No proof.
Esau is still fucking here. Edomites are written all throughout the prophecy. So all of a sudden it's just going to disappear?
He doesn't say that anymore. He doesn't say that.
He doesn't say a lot of things.
Yeah. He said, oh, these guys got a point. Esau is still around. You know, and then there's
Chat says it. Esau is still around.
Yeah, and then there's a document where the Rothschilds even know their lineage goes back to the Edomites, Esau. So Jeremiah 50 and 30. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day.
So Jeremiah is seeing the missiles hitting them and them falling in the streets.
And all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord, I am against
Part of
thee.
this army is going to be up in space. That's in Revelation chapter 12. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels.
Right.
And there was no place found in heaven.
Also 2nd Ezra 13.
2nd Ezra 13. Yep.
Jeremiah 50 and 31. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the
O thou most proud. Who's the proudest nation?
Esau.
Like it says in Daniel 7. Whose his look was more stout than his fellows. O most proud.
That's America, man.
That's America.
Oh, their symbol, the eagle. The
Yep,
eagle is a
that
proud
make
bird.
America great again. Eagle. See, this man Trump is going to usher in the missiles, man. He's going to usher in the missiles.
I am against thee, O Lord. I am
If he was, you know, deleted, there'll be a lot of people. They'll be dancing in the street.
Yeah.
That's how much they despise this guy. People are flying around the planet Earth, man. And they're looking for the next guy to come. If the next guy come in, he better not be like this. That's where. Hey, if you go to Google and you put in a list of rebellions throughout history, there's pages that give it by year. From what year? They go back to the ancient world, man. And every time 99% of the time there was a rebellion against the people, guess who it was against? The super poor, the poor against the super rich. It was always, you know?
Yeah, because the super rich, they oppress the poor.
They oppress them to a certain point, then they continue to oppress them even more. So people say, fuck it, I'll die trying to take you out. And when they get these guys that are super rich, what do? They kill them. They take them out.
Right. Jeremiah 50:31. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord of hosts. For thy day
Do
is...
me a favor, Ak.
Okay.
Put in a list in a chat. Put in a list of rebellions of poor people going against the rich.
Yeah.
Give me a list of poor people rebelling against the rich. Okay, it says, come on. It says, here is a list of major historical and modern examples of poor or working class people rebelling against the rich, aristocracy or ruling elites across different eras and regions. Ancient and medieval time examples. It says the Spartacus slave revolt.
The slaves went against the Roman Empire. They lost. Why did they lose? Because the Most High prophecy. Romans had to stay in power. Because when Spartacus, when he was living, this is before the Messiah was on earth. So he thought he was going to take down the Roman Empire with the gladiators.
Right. And those were Jakes, right?
Those are Jakes. They got an Edomite. What's his name? Kirk Douglas. He probably was Jake.
Yeah.
Because I ran into his son, Michael Douglas, and he was dressed up like a Rastafarian. And he said, hi, what's up to me? I was in the truck. I was working for Mole at that time. He came right by. He said, hey, what's up? I said, hey, what's up? And he kept walking, you know. Had the Jiffy Pop hat on. You know. He just by himself walking in the street. Come on.
All right, it says the Spartacus slave revolt, 73 to 71 BC, enslaved people in the Roman Empire, led by Spartacus, rebelled against wealthy Roman elites and the slave owning system.
There it is, the poor rebelling against the rich.
Number 2, the Yellow Turban Rebellion.
I bet you it's the poor against the rich.
Oh, it all is. That's what the list is all about.
You ain't
All
never,
those rebellions, you just put in rebellions and history of rebellions throughout the history of the earth.
Right.
It's always the poor against the super rich. Go on, come on.
The Yellow Turban Rebellion, 184 to 205 AD. China, peasant uprising against the corrupt Han.
Peasants are poor.
Yep.
So you put hell on people. You gotta come, you know, back up off them. Because if you push them too far in, they say, fuck it, we're willing to die, man. Death is better than what the fuck we live in. Then eventually get, what is that? There was a rebellion in Romania, I believe it was, where they got the husband and the wife, and what happened was the people rebelled. So they got the army, but then the army said, nah, y'all are corrupt, and they joined the people. And what happened was, and it was on TV, it was on regular TV, I think Nightline or one of them shows, and what they did was they caught the husband and the wife, and they said, okay, we got him, so what we gonna do? They said, kill him, and they killed him right there. And the woman said, I treated you like you were my kids. That's fucking bullshit, right? So the first one they shot, on TV, they shot the husband, pow. Then she's crying and shit. Then they shot her, bam. Then they set up a new regime. Oh, they did the same thing. the French Revolution, which was in 1887. You had the revolution in 1776, 1887, I think it was, 100 years later. 1887, that's when the poor came against, that was Marie Antoinette. And they said she wasn't even all that bad. She wanted to help the people, but her husband was corrupt. So they both got it. They had the guillotine, they chopped his head off. Then the next day they had her in the cell, had a white dress on, she was looking all fucking disheveled. And they took her out there and they strapped her into that guillotine, they chopped her damn head off. And that's a democracy, the first democracy, because it was a monarchy. The first democracy was in the United States, the Revolutionary War. You know? Come on.
Okay, it says the Yellow Turban Rebellion, 184 to 205 AD, China, peasant uprising against the corrupt Han Dynasty and rich landlords.
Poor against the rich. Poor against the rich. Come on.
Number 3, the Jacquerie, 1358 in France. Peasants revolted against the nobility during the chaos of the 100 Years' War.
Damn, 100 Years' War. They were going at it, man.
Poor and the rich.
Poor and the rich. It's always the poor and the rich.
Number 4, Wat Tyler's Peasants Revolt, 1381, England. English peasants rose against heavy taxation and feudal
And it's
oppression.
always taxation. What is this guy doing? He's taxing the fuck out of people, man.
Yep. That's exactly what
So he's sending in them guards and they're gonna start blasting them, man. You got them drug cartels. They got hits on those guys. They thought we're gonna hit this guy, hit that guy. You're dealing with guerrilla warfare. When you look up the word guerrilla warfare, is when you have a military that each of them are warriors and they go their separate ways. They don't march into battle. If you look it up,
Right.
Gad,
Right.
Reuben, Manasseh, they were guerrilla war fighters, man.
Yeah.
And Esau first experienced that. He experienced that through history, but in the Vietnam War, those were guerrilla war fights. Look up the word guerrilla warfare. You don't gotta look it up.
Okay. Okay.
I'm telling you what it means.
Yep.
Come on.
Number 5, it says the Hussite Wars, 1419 to 1434, Bohemia. Religious and social revolt driven by peasants and lower class
Here
followers.
you go, peasants again.
Lower class followers of
They got the troops in America because they know the price is going to keep going up. They're going to really open up on them. They're going to print more money. And everybody's talking about the prices are too damn high. You know? Everything goes up. The rent goes up. The
Yep.
gas goes up. The food goes up. If one thing goes up, everything follows suit. So you got these Edomites saying, ain't experiencing living like this, man. You got Edomite man and woman, the wife working 2 jobs, the husband working 2 jobs, and they living in a fucking a van. That's why you need the troops out there. And they're paying these ICE guys and these other guys, they're hiring them, they're paying them big money. So the people's attitude is, I'm better off, I'd rather die, man, than live like this. So let me go out and take a chance. All this shit is coming back to this devil. That's called chickens coming home to roost. Chicken coming home to roost. So that's just human nature, man. Every so many years there's revolution. Every so many years. They said they were saying the French Revolution, they were begging for bread. They said, we have no bread. We have no bread. That means you ain't had nothing, no meat. People can't eat meat now. Meat is too goddamn expensive. A piece of a cut, New York cut might be $30, $40. Yeah. When years ago you can get it for like $7, $8. You know, chuck, that's expensive. That's not even real estate. You know? But they were saying, we don't have bread, we don't have bread. So Queen Marie Antoinette said, let them eat cake. Like you had cake. Oh, we ain't got no bread, but you got cake. No, you didn't have shit. They said, let them eat cake. And they said, we're going to fuck these people up. And they finally got the power. When you go into the Roman Empire, there was a lot of emperors that were put to death. Who put them to death? The Praetorian Guard. Or was it the military? Because they got the guns, the swords. Because when they see, hey, there was Nero was putting so much hell on the Christians, Israelites, and the Jews because the Jews were talking. They said they were talking too much shit. Because back then, 2,000 years ago, they were saying you're going into slavery, you're gonna be my slave, you Edomites. So they said these guys think their shit don't stink. And even Tacitus, the historian, he said, look, I don't like them too because they arrogant. But then he saw the hell that Nero put on him. Then he said, damn man, you got no mercy. He started feeling bad for him. This guy's an Edomite, man. So this shit is getting ready to open up, man. They're gonna cut off everything. Hence, the time of Jacob's trouble. Hence, 2nd Ezra 15, 16, and then 2nd Ezra 13 is gonna come to pass. Where the Lord's gonna have to come. You know? If it be already kindled? What is that, Luke 12 and 49?
Yep.
He said, I come to send fire in the earth, and what will I if it already be kindled? So when he comes back, there's going to be wars and revolutions all around the world.
That's right.
And Esau knows it because they got their top scholars reading all this, man.
Yeah, they know.
They know. The chat knows. We asked him a question. We didn't say GMS Israelites. They said the GMS Israelites, they believe it's America.
Well, the prophecy says knowledge shall be increased.
Knowledge shall be increased.
It's a sign of the end. Daniel 12 chapter.
Yeah, if you looking for a topic, just go to chat. Put in a belly to give you all. What is GMS take on this?
Yeah.
GMS Hebrew Israelites, Great Millstone, they believe this, that, and the third. However, IUIC doesn't, you know?
Yeah.
So they know, man. They know. That's it on that.
Okay.
You got it, brother.
Jeremiah 50 and 32. And the most proud shall stumble and fall.
The most proud are these devils. Hey, Nero's just a front man.
Yeah. And none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities. That's Luke 12 and 49.
That's Luke 12 and 49. I just quoted it. You just cited it.
Yep.
Come on.
And it shall devour all round about him. 33rd verse. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, I love it.
Wait a minute. Jeremiah thought that was talking about the Neo-Babylon. Israel wasn't there. They ain't talking about ancient Babylon, Neo-Babylonian Empire. They're talking about another Babylon.
Yep. Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go, even to this very day.
Even to this very day.
They don't even want us to come back to our true nationality. An example of letting you go is telling you your true nationality and sending you back to your land. You don't see Esau getting out of the land of Israel. Well, we don't belong here. We really belong in Mount Seir. So let's go back to Mount Seir. And these people here, they really belong to Israel. Send them back to their land. You don't see Esau doing that. Which he can't do it because he upset prophecy.
Go ahead.
I looked up that verse with chat. And I said, chat, what does Jeremiah 50:33 mean? And then I kept reading to see if chat would say something about us. And
33rd verse.
Okay.
that said, possible modern or future application. Some prophetic teachers and Hebrew Israelite groups interpret Jeremiah 50 verse 33 to 34 as referring to the descendants of Israel still in captivity or oppression today under systems that refuse to release them.
There you go. Yeah, because an example of releasing these people would be telling them who they are, right? And then sending them back to the land of Israel, kicking out all them Ish people out of there.
Right.
And sending
Well,
them
you
back.
got to empty out America.
Yeah.
Give this back to Gad. Central and South America, Canada. You got to give it back to Canada. Then you got to get the fuck out of Europe, because you got to give that back to Jaffa. Because you gotta, go back to Mount Seir.
Wow.
They ain't gonna do that.
Let's check it out. If the reason why Gad had to, and the northern tribes, the reason why they had to come here, in particular America, because they were fleeing from the Syrian captivity. See? So ultimately, we're going to go back to the land of Israel, right? Because that land, and then there's a prophecy where the Lord said He shall enlarge the land.
Right.
Isaiah the 54th chapter. Yep. First verse. So the land of Israel is going to be enlarged. Plus, Judah is going to take over the land of Edom. That's Obadiah 1 and 18. So, anyway, you was getting something?
No, that was it.
Jeremiah 50 and 34. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is His name. The Lord of hosts is His name. The Hebrew is Yahweh. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that He may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. The sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed.
Mighty men are the military. They're gonna be like as women.
Yahweh Shai gonna show up in the chariots, other angels, Michael the Archangel, and Esau's military. They're gonna be terrified. They're gonna see the maneuvers those chariots are gonna do. They're gonna say we can't possibly fight against this.
Well, the
force.
scriptures say they're gonna be afraid, but yet there's
Yet
fight.
there's fight, right.
The Most High gonna put a spirit on them. Up in that shit.
Yep, that's the prophecy.
The names are gonna put on the show.
Yeah, they're gonna put on a show, and that's why Esau's military are gonna be like thirst afraid, like it says. They're gonna see that show, but the Lord is still gonna put the spirit on them to fight, just like Pastor said.
Their spirit can take control of their instrument panel. They get ready to turn around. They retreat. Wait a minute, keep going. Bastard.
That's
No
that.
place found in heaven.
Yep. That's that prophecy. There was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels. That's talking about Esau and the other nations battling against Yahweh Shai and the angels. We don't have to tell you who's going to win. Ain't no goddamn way Yahweh Shai and the angels going to lose. All right? So, Jeremiah 50 and 37, a sword is upon their horses and upon, let me read 36. Jeremiah 50 and 36, a sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. Yes, I did. 37 verse, a sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her. And they shall become as women. The sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed.
Yeah, these American, these Edomite men, Jake will fight. They don't want to fight.
No.
You got to be in a mindset to fight. You don't want to fight.
All right.
You got these Israeli, the IDF, Israeli Defense Force. Them guys are all fucked up, and they ain't telling you the Palestinian snipers are sniping them off. So they all fucked up, and they ain't helping them. The Israeli government ain't helping them. They control that media, man.
Yep, 38 verse.
And the world sees it, man. You can't hide shit now. Everybody got a camera.
Yep.
Right.
The web is the wild, wild west. How many sites do you have on YouTube? You have to have 1 billion sites on YouTube, man.
Somebody said free Diddy up in here.
It's free Diddy. Come on.
Jeremiah 50 and 38.
Fuck Diddy.
A drought is upon her waters.
Why are you concerned about Diddy? Diddy's he likes men.
Yeah.
He got a thing for men.
Jeremiah 50 and 38. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. The land of graven images. That's, well, wait a minute. Diddy is a graven image.
He's an idol.
He's an idol.
Yep.
39th verse. Therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the island shall dwell there, and the owl shall dwell therein. You know what that links up with? Isaiah 34.
Apostle with the 7. Yep.
Isaiah 34,
Yep.
that links up.
Direct link, yep.
Yep, direct link.
And Revelation 18,
Yeah.
18th chapter.
Jeremiah 50 and 39. Therefore the wild beasts of the desert and the wild beasts of the island shall dwell there.
Right. Isaiah 34. Everything going to become a desert.
And the owl shall dwell therein.
The forbidden zone.
The
Yep.
forbidden zone.
Yep.
And the owl shall dwell therein. And it shall no more be inhabited. How could this possibly be talking about
Right.
ancient Babylon?
Well,
Right.
ain't no chat note, man.
There's no way.
Anyway, Shalom, what verse
Hey,
is that
Shal-
again?
That was 39 verse.
Remember that.
Shalom to your elect. Till next time. Shalom. Stay prayed up.